Across the UK, in cities, towns and villages, ordinary men and women have been putting up Union and St George's flags on lampposts, on buildings, and taking part in what has become known as the Raising the Colours campaign. Now, this has left many people in Westminster and the ruling class in London, Oxford and Cambridge confused, outraged and angry, no longer really sure as to what is going on in the country they're supposed to represent. In fact, in two local councils, in Birmingham and Tower Hamlets, officials have said they will pull down these flags as quickly as possible, despite letting Palestine flags fly for a year and a half. Well, here's the question I would ask the ruling class. What do you expect people to do? What do you expect people to do when you impose on them, top down, with no public mandate, no consent from the people, a policy of mass, uncontrolled immigration, a policy that nobody in this country ever voted for? What do you expect them to do when you lose control of their borders, when you are running, effectively, an open border policy that is costing the British people somewhere between 7 and 10 billion pounds every year, a policy that is bringing more than 170,000, mainly young men of fighting age, often from Islamic nations, into our country. We don't know where they're from, we don't know what they believe, but we do know that they've included murderers, alleged terrorists, rapists, and ISIS sympathizers. And what do you expect people to do when you then put those illegal migrants in the heart of Britain's communities, next to families, around children, on ordinary streets in this country? What do you expect people to do under those conditions, while also giving them another bill of £15 billion for the next decade to keep housing those people in accommodation, while even using UK taxpayers' money to bankroll private firms like Serco and Clear Springs to outbid the British people in their own housing market, making landlords take illegal migrants and asylum seekers over British people? How is that right? How is that fair? How is that just? And then on top of all of that, you impose top-down a policy of two-tier multiculturalism that says to the British people and the English people, you must celebrate every identity, every culture, every history, every way of life, except your own. That you must celebrate every minority group while ignoring or downplaying the identity of the majority. It was perhaps best symbolized by that young schoolgirl who turned up at her school in Rugby wearing a Union Jack dress to celebrate Culture Day and was told she should go home. Because what we have in this country is a policy of two-tier multiculturalism that tells members of the majority they should either downplay their identity or reshape their identity around the bland globalist celebration of diversity, which is the same as telling them that they have no real identity of their own. What the British people and the English people are saying by putting up these flags is no, we do have a distinctive identity, we do have a distinctive culture, we do have a distinctive way of life and a collective memory that we want to celebrate, we want to cherish, and we want to protect. Because ultimately, all flags are symbols of that community. They are the place where the individual becomes part of a wider collective, a collective that many people now feel in this country is profoundly under threat because of these broken policies of mass migration and broken borders. So what I would say to ordinary men and women in this country is raise those flags, because what we need to do more than ever is reassert who we are, reassert the voice of the forgotten majority, and reassert common sense against an elite class in this country which simply no longer understands the people that it is supposed to represent. If you feel like I do, come and join us at mattgoodwin.org. Come and join us on Facebook and YouTube, where we're building a community of like-minded people who care deeply about this country, who want to protect this country, who want to save this country, and who have had enough of this broken status quo. Bye-bye.